It really depends what type of white magic that they do. Do they practice hallucinations that it is for the benefit of the individual who has suffered some issues and abuse? Then that would be fine. Is it the usage of herbs, except marijuana, other herbs that may have a good effect upon a person when inhaled and has a calming effect on that person, not drug related at all, that would be permissible, sort of like an aroma sort of therapy. So white magic or black magic is a very vague term. It's a very vague term that is undefined by science. You just rather should use this here as a criterion that if that thing is a source of benefit, does not involve intoxicating any individual, does not involve the usage of haram ingredients, and has been proven to benefit a person, go ahead and use it no matter what you want to call it. And if that thing proves negative to a person and harmful to them, then if you want to call it black magic, well, good and fine, but it will not be permissible to use because of its ill effects. Yes. MashaAllah literally means whatever Allah wished in the past tense. So whatever Allah wished, it's sort of like an indication that the beauty that I see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wished it to be so. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it so. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it so. So you are attributing its creation and beauty to Allah through the usage of MashaAllah. To the best of your ability. When reciting for the purposes of protection, it's more about your niyyah than your tajweed. Whilst tajweed should obviously be considered whenever you recite the Quran, but tajweed is something which is based on the individual. Some people have good tajweed, some people don't have good tajweed. But it doesn't mean that because you don't have good tajweed, you should not end up reading Quran for any purpose whatsoever. No salah, no nothing. I don't read Quran at all because I've got ill tajweed. So as long as you can recite a decent قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ and قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, it should be good enough, and work on your tajweed in your free time. But for the intention of protection, it can be recited and should be to the best of your ability. The best you can do. Yes, there are a number of things which I did not touch on that can be used for the protection of sihr. Surah Baqarah itself, the entire Surah Baqarah, Rasulullah has described it as a source of protection from sihr and the effects of jinn. Ayatul Kursi is another example. Ayatul Kursi is more used for bodily protection and protection from something, people which are more tangible, like thieves, robbers, and your property. It's more used for that. But it may be recited for general protection as well. That is another example. Other du'as like أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق is an example of a dua which can be used for the recitation of protection, for protection. So Ayatul Kursi is also an example. One more question. Reciting the Quran backwards. I have never actually seen it. I have heard of it. See, the thing is regarding black magic and the way the black magicians work, it's more about what we've heard rather than what we see. And not that we actually want to see such actions taking place in this world, but what they would normally do is that they would look at certain surahs of the Quran that have a particular topic. For example, Surah An-Nur, which discusses the laws of maybe husband and wife, or adultery or social issues. They would recite that surah backward, and after that do an incantation that will destroy a relationship between a husband and a wife. If they were to destroy somebody's property, I've heard, I've not seen, I've not read it in any of the authentic books, because why would the real, true authors even want to write about stuff like this? But what I've heard is that certain ayat that have got to do with, say, prosperity, like Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana, they would recite that backward and then recite an incantation on somebody's wealth in order for them to run dry or run bankrupt